Well, I'm out here with Barb. We're out at the Wooden Shoe Tulip Farms. And Barb, we get a lot of people asking us about what to do with their bulbs and their tulips this time of year. You know, they've come and bloomed and now they're dormant. And it was like, what do we do with them? Do we dig them? Do we leave them in the ground? We thought we'd come ask the expert.
Well, that's nice to come out and ask. And as you can see, we dig our bulbs every year.
Okay.
I mean, we rotate our fields. June is when we dig, and that's usually when you hit to the stage where you can give a tug on that foliage and it comes right out.
Okay.
Now, in my house, at my home, I didn't never dig my bulbs. I leave them there. They come up religiously every year. It's great.
So they're just going to multiply and get bigger.
They're going to multiply, and I would say, you know, if all that you get is a few leaves here and there, you can dig those up, separate the bulbs, and replant them. But other than that, just leave them alone.
Other than that,
you know, the biggest tip I would say is when after they're finished blooming, is take that seed pod off. You'll get a bigger bulb at that time. And the other thing is give them a little fertilizer in the fall.
Oh, really? Just to kind of just promote that, and you want to get a healthier
Yeah, not
bulb,
too high in nitrogen. There's bulb fertilizers that work great. So that would be my tip.
So it's great to know that we don't have to do anything at home with our bulbs, but looks like you guys have a cool process for what you're doing.
You know, this is a system that we bought from Holland. You know, they have heavier soils. As they've had urban encroachment in Holland, they've moved off some of the sandier soils into heavier soils, more like what we have here in the Willamette Valley, which is still great soil.
Right.
But they plant it actually in a net system. So it's all planted in netting. And so we have a 2-row planter that we we feed the nets onto a chute. It puts the bulbs inside, and off we go down the road.
And it just lays it down?
It does. And then what we have out here is we have 2 different machines. One that lifts the net and lays it on top of the ground. And we let those dry out a little bit. And then we have another machine that picks those nets up. It splits the net open. We put it in these totes here that you see, the white totes.
Right.
And then we take it into our shed where we separate the bulbs, you know, clean them up, take the roots off, and then we store them on fresh air all summer long.
So just the netting just makes it so much easier to pull it up, and
so much faster. We're not pulling the bulbs off of the conveyor. It's all right there.
So it's fun to see what you're doing with the bulbs this time of year. But there's other crops that you guys are getting ready to plant.
We're a very diversified farm, and we strive to be that. You know, we've got wine grapes, so they're starting out. But the big thing we're doing today as well is planting hemp. So we have a Ferrari planter. It's called Ferrari. It's made by Ferrari. And they sit on the back and you feed it and go down the field, and we plant 5 rows at a time. But we're planting our industrial hemp today.
Right, so then you're just rotating your crop. So you have the bulbs in the early spring, and then you can roll right into that. And you guys have a whole line of stuff that you do with the hemp, right?
Oh, there is. We extract it on the farm here. We make everything from just the crude oil down to tea-free now is our new project, but we do toll processing, all those kinds of things. And then we also have a Red Barn Hemp, a line of products here on the farm.
Very cool. So it's great to be diversified. You know, it keeps the farm, you know, working and planting year round, and
keeps us busy.
Right, and keeps everybody employed and happy. So that's great. So
it does.
Appreciate that. So there you have it. So don't worry about your tulip bulbs in your yard, but if you do want more information on how to grow your tulips from Wooden Shoe, or more information on the Red Barn Hemp, make sure you go to their website, or you can go to gardentime.tv and we'll click you over. So Barb, it's a pleasure being out here with you
Well, thanks
today.
for coming out on this beautiful day.
It's great.